Hey, welcome back to the Big Ranch Show. As always, thank you for joining me. If you could, hit the subscribe button down below, and let's get right to it. Now, some stuff has gone down the last week involving Logan Paul here on YouTube, and I don't do a whole lot of YouTube drama. I had my video last week, and I don't usually do this kind of thing. It's not my kind of thing to do. I don't really generally care what half the other people do on YouTube. But it's a pretty big story, and so I'm going to cover it here. Now, we all know what happened with Logan Paul and the suicide force in Japan. He got, he got in trouble for that, was removed from some of the preferred ads and stuff like that. And he took some time off, and he came back with a rather well done video discussing suicide, which I thought was really good. And I thought maybe the guy had changed. I thought maybe he had improved, grown a little. And so I didn't unsubscribe from him. I subscribed to Logan Paul back in, I think it was November, December, something like that, just because his vlogs were entertaining. They were funny, kind of high energy and rather fun to watch. But then he did the suicide thing, and now he's done some other stuff that's really kind of got him in some more trouble with YouTube. Whether or not you agree with the punishment that was doled out, at the end of the day, the video wasn't. He had a few videos that just weren't very tasteful. One had to do with a dying goldfish they decided to give CPR to after pulling it out of the water, and that seemed a little. That was just a little cringy, right? You're like, oh well, he's playing. He's kind of stupid, and you get a lot of YouTubers. They do that, as just part of their fake everyday stuff they do. They act like they're dumb or something like that. I see it a lot with a lot of other YouTubers. So what do you do with the fish? I was like, yeah, it's cringy, but I don't think there's anything really that bad about it. It was a bad idea. It was stupid, but it is what it is. He should have left the fish in the water. Since there's really not a lot you're going to be able to do for a fish once if it's to the point that it's actually dying. It may have been okay if you had, left it in the water and maybe talked to somebody that knows what they're doing when it comes to the care of fish. I am not one of them. I have killed every fish that has ever come through my door. So I don't know exactly what he should have done there, but it just seems like maybe he should have done something else. But the video that seemed to have caused all the uproar from people from, all walks of life, all over YouTube, and even PETA, tweeted out about it, was his treatment of two dead rats, where he was tasing them. They were already dead, and he was tasing them. And it's very tasteless what you did in the video. If I had the video to share with you, I would. But he was tasing dead rats. He did it multiple times, talking about how if a rat's going to come in his house, they're going to get tased. They were already dead, and after he did it the first time, you could tell things weren't quite right. The people around him thought it was kind of much. You could tell, but that's what Logan Paul did. He tased these dead rats when they picked them up and they got them in the trash can. He tased that, shot the taser at them again. And to me, it was just kind of wrong. Right? It's just not right. You're not supposed to, mess with dead animals like that or disrespect the dead in any way. As I see it, that's just my opinion. Especially you shouldn't go screwing around with their bodies and stuff like that. If they're dead, and you're trying to dispose of the body, do it do it. You don't have to put it on camera, and you sure as hell don't need to go tasing them. As PETA said, it could lead some of the more impressionable viewers on YouTube, some of the younger folks, to thinking it's okay not just to disrespect the dead, but to be cruel to animals. And that could lead to a lot of problems down the road. And Logan Paul has a huge reach, so I understand PETA, and I usually don't get along with anything PETA has to say. They've been known to do a lot of things that I just don't agree with. But at the end of the day, they're right here. That this wasn't something right. It was wrong for him to do, and it could lead to other people being cruel to animals, alive or dead. It doesn't really matter. And so I think YouTube felt they had to do something. Now, I don't know if pulling all ads off, which they did. They reported the other day via Twitter that they were removing all ads off of Logan Paul videos for the foreseeable future. It's a temporary suspension, of course. And I don't know if that's the right thing to do. I don't know if... I mean, I'm somebody sitting here who can't get advertisement hardly. And one, because I don't have a lot of subscribers or views. But two, my videos don't get a lot of playtime. Simply because of the content. Being that when there's a lot of political content on a channel, as I've noticed, political content channels don't tend to get the views or in the recommended as much. What's funny is my video about piggybackers is the best video I've had of 2018, minus one other video. But at the end of the day, I don't know if it's proper. If you should be, it sounds like censorship to me. I don't agree with what he did. I think it was a terrible idea, especially with the rat and the tasing. I found it to be totally awful and completely, offensive. But at the same time, I don't like the idea of censorship. And I think, if advertisers are going to advertise on YouTube, they've got to understand that people come to YouTube for a reason. People come to YouTube because we're tired of television. Because we don't like what we're seeing on television. All the censorship and BS that we see on a daily basis. People come to YouTube because they want to get away from that. I come to YouTube when I can't find, to find music sometimes because I can find unedited music here that I can't find on, say, Spotify or on the radio. It's the same thing with television. People don't want to watch. People are tired of sanitized TV. They want some edginess. They want some, they want somebody that's out there that's willing to push the envelope, whether or not we agree with them or not. It's just like, political views. I see other YouTubers out there that I don't like their political views. But I'm not going to sit there and say they should be, unmonetized simply because they say things that are edgy, that don't work for me. Take Alex Jones, for example. Alex Jones is the craziest loon that I have seen on YouTube. Minus the, recent activity from Logan Paul. But Alex Jones is freaking insane. Yet, you don't see me sitting here saying he should be pulled off of YouTube. You don't see me sitting here saying he should be defunded. I would like him to be off of YouTube. That would be great because the man spreads a lot of false information. But he brings in views, and I think he should get his monetization as well. Same thing for Logan Paul. I may disagree with what he's done recently. I don't like how he's trying to profit off of his mistake, with the Suicide Forest thing. I don't like how he's done some of his stuff. I did like his suicide video after he came back. I thought it was really well done. And his commitment to donate money, to charities that are there to try to prevent suicide. I think that's awesome. But at the same time, Mr. Paul, your video over how you were treating dead animals is just wrong. Now, I don't think you should have been demonetized. I just don't think you should have been. I don't think it was right. I'd have to agree with at least a few other YouTubers that I have seen, some people I've seen on Twitter, that have said that you should not, have been demonetized. It's not right. I think that the point for YouTube is to be able to push the envelope, do things that maybe you shouldn't do. Of course, he violated YouTube's terms of service. I think they could have done something better than just demonetizing him. I mean, if it was a violation of their services, they should have thought about that when they've let other stuff go, like his suicide forest video. So, I think they should have found other ways, maybe, to punish him or something. I don't know what they could have done. But at the same time, I don't like censorship. Censorship should not be the point of the platform. It's not something that should happen on the platform. You can, age restrictiveness, I get that, because you don't want children seeing certain topics. I understand that. I completely understand that. I have no qualms with that. But to censor people to where they can't make money simply because you didn't like what they talked about in their video, or simply because you didn't like an action they took in their video. Let the community deal with that. If people don't like what they're seeing, the community will stop watching it. That's what'll happen. I mean, when I first came to YouTube, back about 4 years ago now, I don't remember this being such an issue. I saw people do stuff wrong, and the people that did wrong things, their channels disappeared. And they went away. Sometimes they'd come back and have to redo everything. If a channel is going to die, let it. If they do something wrong, let the community decide if they're going to be watched anymore. It's like the Daddy of Five situation. I had subscribed to them, and then I saw what some of their videos were, and I was like, holy shit, I ain't watching that. And then it came out that there was more abusive stuff going on in the videos. So, you gotta let the community run itself a little bit as well. I understand that you're worried about advertisers and stuff like that, but I think advertisers need to understand too that YouTube it's gonna have some edgy content, and they're gonna they either need to get over that or just quit advertising in general. Maybe YouTube will be better off if they pull advertisers from it and people can start working through Patreon more and through merch sales and stuff. I don't know. Maybe that's the problem. I don't see that to be the issue. I see that advertisers are just being a little finicky, because I've had topics on my videos here that have been demonetized, even though I've seen the same ads that I see on YouTube, I've seen over on CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, and my daily local news when something bad has happened. Yet I can't get advertisement on it, and they get millions of dollars a year or billions of dollars a year in ad revenue for showing those stories. Anyhow, it's up to you to decide. I think with Logan Paul, either keep watching him, keep not watching him. I haven't decided what to do. I thought about, maybe unsubscribing and not watching him anymore if he's going to keep this kind of behavior going on. I don't know if he's going to change or not. I put out a video a few weeks ago saying give him a second chance. I no longer support another chance. I don't know what else you can do with him. I think they could have done something different than demonetize the videos, but he's got to grow up and show a little more respect, if you ask me. I think Logan Paul's a great vlogger, a great YouTuber when it comes to a lot of the stuff he's done. He does a lot of fun videos, and that's what drew me to his channel in the first place. And he's really fun, and I wish I could do vlogs that were nearly as fun without some of the stupid antics. But unfortunately, I'm not Logan Paul. I'm not a super high energy person. I'm not, I'm not really able to do a lot of the things that some of these YouTube vloggers do. But anyhow, y'all have a great day. I'll see you down the road. And like I said before, check out Gimp with a Camera on the YouTube channel. I'll be starting a new vlog series on it called Oldest Town Vlogs here from coming to you from here in Nacogdoches, Texas, bringing you some historical stuff and some fun stuff and some of the eateries here in Nacogdoches, and we'll go from there. I'm hoping to get some good weather so I can actually get the recording done. I had some problems this week that kept me from getting my recording done, so I may be going on a different route for that February 15th deadline that I put out that I said I was going to do, but we will see what happens. Anyhow, y'all hit that subscribe button down below. And go hit that subscribe button over on Gimp with Camera so you don't miss anything when that vlog hits hits YouTube. And y'all have a great day. And be sure you enjoy, if you enjoy the Olympics, be sure you sit down and have some fun watching the Olympics, and maybe the US will pick up some gold medals. And y'all have a great day. See you down the road.